All right. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. All right. All right. So I hope everyone is doing well. We're going to do a market observation on this fine evening. I actually had my internet was out for 2 days. I had no broadband because, mind you, I had broadband internet, but I had no internet at all. They had some type of outage in my area and they knocked everything out. So I haven't been online. Um, really. And normally what I would do is just go like, to McDonald's or something like that and just hang out in the parking lot, but it was too hot for all that. So I just did other stuff. I literally haven't been on the charge really for 2 days. And internet is back up, so I'll just look at things real quick, do some observation. That good stuff. And especially if you're new. If you're new and you have questions, please do not hesitate to ask whatever your questions are. We're using, which is called NADEX. NADEX is very powerful as far as a trading platform. It allows us to trade a very specific instrument called binary options. And binaries make it possible for us to capitalize on our understanding of the market. Um, Understanding the market is super important because if you don't understand the market, you're going to run into problems and into issues when you trade, right? Trading is a vehicle that you can use to wealth. When you generate enough cash flow, you can turn that into wealth by putting that money into assets and things that will retain or appreciate in value. Um, for the most part, trading, in my opinion, gives you the best opportunity to do this because trading does not require anything aside from your own skill set. So basically, by you having skill in the market itself, you can utilize your market skill to trade and to be profitable. Um, Internet been acting up, like I said, for a couple of days, and I see it doing it on the screen too. I could see it myself, actually. The connection. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it, but I'm gonna try to get through it. Hopefully this will pick up on the recording, and we won't have too much interruption. But what I was mentioning about the market and having skill is the fact that when you have market skill, you can take your skill and you can apply it to an instrument that will put you in position to capitalize at a high level. Now, what's the best instrument for that? Of course, this is where people will decide for themselves what is the best instrument to use. And when I say instrument, I'm referring to the actual thing that you're trading. If you're trading Forex, you're trading Forex as an instrument. If you're trading stocks, that's a type of instrument to trade. Same thing would apply for futures. Same thing would apply for crypto. The instrument that you trade allows you to capitalize using whatever that instrument is according to the rules of it. So for us with binaries, the instrument itself is very simple to trade. Like it's very easy to trade binaries. And this is what, for so many people, becomes the problem for them. Because it's easy to trade, they think it's easy to win. And this is where they go wrong. That's where they go wrong. They think it's easy to win all the time. So for example, let's just use what we trade. We trade 5-minute binaries, right? The 5-minute binaries gives you an opportunity every 5 minutes to trade if you so choose. So if you want to trade every 5 minutes, you can, because there's an actual binary that will be available for you to trade on the platform. Now, excuse me. What does that mean as far as profits go? Are you going to win every trade if you decide to trade every 5 minutes? More than likely, you will not. And it's for the simple fact that the market will have so many different types of behaviors and different environments that it is moving inside of, that unless you are able to pivot and to navigate these different environments and behaviors, you're not going to know what the behavior is at the time and know how to trade accordingly. So if you just go and in your mind say, well, I'm going to trade every 5 minutes, I'm going to take all of them, you're thinking that because it's simple to trade that you're going to win all of them. And this is where people make a very dangerous mistake, because the worst thing that can happen is that you go on and you go ahead and try to trade, or I should say you start trading and you actually win some trades. The worst thing that can happen, because now you have a false sense of your own ability. You think now you can trade and win. You'll trade 4 or 5 times, you'll win all of your own ability. And again, you're not navigating the market's behavior and you're basing your ability off of what you're seeing at the time that you're doing. So you're winning these trades, but not understanding why you won. And because it's a binary, it's simple. Binaries just simply mean that if you anticipate that the market is going to remain above a level, that level being the binary or the strike prices or the option that you're trading, if you're anticipating that the market is going to stay above that, If you're correct, you win that trade. Boom, you collect money. You develop a false sense when you win trades, not understanding why you won the trades. Well, I got to say that again. You develop a false sense when you win trades, but didn't understand why you won the trades. So you're saying to yourself, oh, well, I won those. Let me see if I can keep going. And you keep going. You continue to trade. Remember, every 5 minutes, there's an opportunity. So if you think about that, every 5 minutes and for 1 hour out of 24 hours, the market closes down on the platform for maintenance. The other 23 hours, the market is open. 23 hours, there are 12 opportunities each hour with 5-minute binaries. 12 times 23, I think is 276, if I'm not mistaken. So you got 276 opportunities in a day to trade. And again, in your mind, you win in 10, 11, 12, 13 trades, not understanding why you won them. The day's going to come where that exact same thing is flipped around. You'll lose that number of trades, not understanding why you lost them. And there it is. So the lack of understanding is actually what is working against you. Because you don't understand the market itself, you're using your false sense of actual ability in the market because of trades that you won. But you're not understanding that you won those trades with no skill. And I'm saying that because you won those trades, but don't know why you won the trades. See, you can't explain to me why you won. Why did you profit from those trades? And you can, try to simplify it for yourself by saying, oh, well, I won because the market stayed above and I was buying, or the market stayed below and I was selling. That's why I won. That's not why you won. That's how you won. That's what the market did. But why did the market do it? Why did the market do that at that time when you were in the trade? And if you can't answer that question, you got a real serious problem, because what's going to happen is you're going to lose a trade and you're going to be presented with the same question. Well, why did you lose that trade? And your answer cannot be, oh, well, I lost because I was buying and the market went under my line. Well, that's how you lost. That's not why you lost. The question is, why did the market do that at the time that you were in that trade? So you see how understanding why the market is doing what it's doing at the time is the actual key. Not you picking a trade and a trade winning or whatever the case may be. The time. You see? So your lack of understanding is what is going to keep you from realizing how cash flow, which ultimately will put you in position to create wealth. You can only create the wealth I'm talking about if you have the cash flow from trading. And you can only have the cash flow from trading if you have skill in the market. You're not going to make your money by trading. You're going to make your money by understanding the market and applying that to trading. All of this that we do as far as training and the repetition of training, we review the same things over and over again. There's 4 videos that we keep on rotation every day in a playlist. Now, mind you, there are hundreds of other videos that I have in, as far as training goes, and I recommend one of those each evening. But they reinforce the main video that you watch every day, which is one of the 4 videos that I give you to watch every day. This is for people when you come into training. You're given a playlist with 4 videos to keep on rotation every day. And of those 4 videos, there's one video in particular called 301, Full Clarity. That is the actual understanding of the process that we use in the market. The other 3 videos, what are they about? 301 mindset, you need that. Another one talks about when you're new and you come into TA. And then the other one talks about stability, how to win all your trades. So if you put all of that together, it's really a core group of videos that are repeating the same information over and over again. And you need to be fed the same information repeatedly because it's very easy for you not to do it. It's very easy for you not to do it. It's easier for people to see, well, this too. This internet acting up crazy. They'll say, I only need about 5 or 6 trades a day, 10 trades, 10 out of 276. I can get that. See, that's the problem right there. You think that you can actually do that. But then when you actually start to study the market, you see how the market is actually moving. And when you start seeing market does a lot of different things all the time. So if you don't understand what the market is doing at the time, there's the problem. And that's the problem that the majority of people have. So this is what goes on. And it's the reason that people will lose. It's the reason why people won't put themselves in position to really benefit from what trading has to offer. And I don't know how this internet connection is. I could see it going in and out, but I'm just gonna do it and just try to get through it. So hopefully it'll catch all the nuggets that I'm putting out there during the observation. But I see everyone that is here right now. So shout out to everybody that popped on. I know it was last minute, but like I said, my internet just came back up like a couple of hours ago. So I just decided to come on and do an observation. And here we are. So as far as what we look at in the market, like as I mentioned, this is the NADEX platform that we're using. And NADEX has the instrument called a 5-minute binary option that we're trading. People are often confused with the 5-minute binaries. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. As far as what it is that the 5-minute binaries allow you to do. These binaries allow you to make a lot of money. Put it like that. You can make a shitload of money. And you can do that consistently. So understand what I'm saying. Like, understand me. You're in position to generate a lot of money all the time. And develop the mindset that you're going to need. You understand? If you take the time to do that, then you'll put yourself in that position. If you don't take the time to learn the market, you'll never put yourself in that position But the funny thing is that people think that they're putting themselves in that position when they're not. Just because you're on the platform, you know, you make a deposit and now you're trading. And one thing that's funny too that goes on a lot that I see, people will get on demo and they'll start placing trades on demo and they'll win some trades on demo, and next thing you know, they become a demo millionaire, right? They got millions of dollars in their demo. And then they try to come on the live platform and do the same thing that they were doing on demo, and it doesn't happen. And it's like, and of course, the demo is exactly that. It's a demonstration. It's a practice account. It's not real money. And not only that, the feed of option prices, et cetera, and all of that is different on demo. There's way more people practicing on demo than you have in the actual market. The market is reflecting real liquidity on the platform. So, when you place a trade, for example, your trade either gets filled or it does not. If it does not get filled, it's because there were no available contracts for the other side of your trade that you placed. If you do get filled, it's because somebody is on the other side of your trade doing the opposite of what you're doing. So you see how the dynamic is what allows this to be a huge opportunity for you because of what the binaries are. The binary is a very simple instrument to trade, which is what I said earlier. Now, because it's simple, it's deceiving for many people. They think that it's simple to do, so they're going to win every trade. And that's not the case. You're not going to win trades just because you want to win trades. Ultimately, you'll consistently be able to win trades because you understand the market, period. The same way that by not understanding the market, you'll not win trades. You'll lose your trades, in fact. And what makes it worse for you is that you'll win some first. You'll win some and then you'll lose one. Win some more, lose again. Then, because now you wake up your revenge mode spirit, now you're taking all these trades that you have no business taking because you're chasing trades now. You're chasing winning trades and you never catch them. So now you're chasing all these trades, but instead of winning, you're losing. So now you lose faster because you're taking more trades. And in fact, you're taking more trades, still not understanding the market and why you're even in a trade at the time. And this is where people find themselves consistently. People will find themselves exactly where I just described over and over and over again until they basically, once they have enough, they'll quit. They will give up eventually. They'll quit once they have enough. See? So when you realize that you cannot do that and be successful, you'll stop doing that and then you'll follow the clues for success. And the clues for success is everything that you hear me talking about. And for some folks, it's exactly what they don't want to hear. Like, people don't want to hear that you need to develop patience and discipline. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that you should stop trading. Right? I'm telling you to stop taking trades. You don't want to hear that. Why are you telling me not to trade? Nah, man, I'm a trade, man. Forget that. Okay. And you'll continue to experience what you've been experiencing. I'm telling you to trade less. You want to trade more. I'm telling you to wait. You want to go in. I'm telling you not to be in trade modes. Don't look for a trade. You're looking for trades. So every time that you do the opposite of what I tell you to do, what happens? What happens? Every time you do the opposite of what I tell you to do, you experience the opposite of what you see me do. You don't see me trading all the time. You don't see me losing either. Hold on. You don't see me losing. Nope. It's because I'm waiting. See? So that this is the bottom line. And it's especially for people that are new to NADEX, new to trading. You know, I really try to catch people before they make a bunch of mistakes and mess up money. And more importantly, not just mess up money, because that, money can be replaced. You're messing yourself up emotionally. It's like you're creating trauma when you go the wrong route first. It becomes traumatic. You literally are creating a traumatic experience for yourself unnecessarily. You start developing the wrong habits. You start becoming emotionally drained, right? You start calling trading a scam. Now trading is a scam and trading is gambling. But a week ago, trading was the best thing since sliced bread when you found out about, oh, you can make all of this money, from trading. Wow, this is crazy. A week ago, you felt like that. Now you feel like it's a scam. Some of you will come on NADEX and mess around with these binaries, not knowing what you're doing, and not trying to find out what to do either. Like, you don't even take the time to learn. You just get on the platform and make a deposit and start doing stuff. And I'm like, my thing is, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? What exactly are you doing? You don't know what you're doing. So instead of going that route, just take a step back, pause, and think about it. Like, does it make sense for me to do that, or should I actually seek out some guidance and some direction first? Let me get some education first. Let me learn let me learn a little bit about this first. That makes more sense to do. Why would you just jump on the platform, make a deposit, and start trading? It's like people will do exactly what don't make sense to do. They'll do that first. This is something that I find people do way more often than not. People do dumb shit first. Then after they mess up, then they want to come and, seek out guidance and all of that. And that's even if they decide to seek out any guidance at all. Some of them, like I said, they'll start calling it a scam and it's gambling and it's this and that, all because you chose to go that route first, which didn't make any sense to begin with. You blew your account a few times, and now you mad at the world. Now it's everybody's fault. Now it's NADEX's fault. NADEX cheated me out of my money, man. NADEX didn't cheat you out of shit. They didn't tell you to make a deposit, and they ain't tell you to get on the platform with no education and not understanding what you're doing either. You did that. That was your greed. So you see, so you see what I'm doing? I'm telling you the truth about what goes on so that you know if you go that route, that is your fault. Like, you ain't gonna be able to blame nobody else for what happens. It's your fault. I'm telling you what you're gonna do, and I'm really telling you don't do it. But if you're gonna do it anyway, understand that that's on you. Don't come around and start blaming nobody for what happened. It's nobody's fault except yours. See? You didn't see what happened was you didn't want to take the time to learn how to be patient first. You was rushing. Nah, man, I'll make a deposit, man. I'm gonna get this bread. What? That's disrespectful. The market takes that as disrespect and will deal with you accordingly. You talking about, oh, I'm gonna just get this bread real quick. Who you think you're talking to? No, nobody comes and just gets this bread real quick. Everything that you see me doing took years, years, years to develop and to understand. I had to go through pain for years, man. You know how much money I lost in the past doing stupidity until I had enough. Got to have enough, man. You got to just have enough. Then once you have enough, then you'll stop. When you come on, you make sure that you like the video. Give it a like, a hard thumbs up, whatever option is on there. Let me come over to the comments. Walker said it takes a lot of training to become a heavyweight champ. That's a fact. Kelly says that's why I'm listening and not trading, but I had pulled the trigger in my head. Very good. Very good. And see, when you're in training, I tell you to pull the trigger in your head. In 301. People hear me say that. That's where that comes from. And when you start to develop the ability to understand why you're pulling the trigger and it starts to click, now you are beginning to make sense out of the market. You're starting to elevate. It's not, it's becoming less and less about trades. And this is another thing too. When you focus on trades, that's exactly what you'll do. Take trades. And every time that you take a trade, you flipping the coin. See, there's a difference between you taking a trade and you receiving a trade that the market gave to you. You didn't know that the market gives you trades, did you? See, when you learn how to recognize stability and then you align that with a trade that sets up during that time, that's literally how the market gives you a trade. Because what's going to happen is the outcome of that trade, you'll know in advance. You'll know already that that's a winning trade before you take the trade. More, man, this is scientific, man. This is scientific. Peter Leonardi, got to learn and train, and eventually it'll become second nature. He said, but it ain't no scam. 100%. Carmen, what's going on? And Dell, what's happening? He got some light bulbs popping off. I see Maui Jeff in the building. I see Jamal, Reggie Brown. I see Johnson. What's happening? Oh, I like this. Look at what Endel said earlier. He said it's simple to push the buttons and win without knowing what you're doing. It's much harder to know that you're going to win even before you push the button. What? Whoa. Yeah. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. It's simple to push the buttons and win without knowing what you're doing. It's much harder to know that you're going to win before you even push the button. Come on, man. I see also Gino, Phil Drake, Jay Carly's in the building. I see Ashton up there. Orion. I see Champ, Kalisha. All right, cool. Cool. Me and the whole crew, huh? And that's your first down, DeMarco? Yeah, that was hard. That was hard. That's why I always make sure I scroll back up because see, sometimes you'll miss the nuggets if you don't scroll up. Yeah, I always go back. But yeah, man, so I mean, it it becomes more like second nature more than anything when you're doing things and you're creating the right habits. You know, when you're creating good habits, um, those habits are going to become organic also. Like you're not gonna it's just effortless. You'll be doing it. You'll do it because out the gate you created the right habits to begin with. So you're not gonna you ain't gonna know how to do nothing else. Because if you start out doing things the way that you should and in the correct order, that's exactly the way that everything will unfold and manifest when you execute. You see what I'm saying? Like you can only do what you have been doing. So if you've been doing silly things, rushing, not having patience, you know, lack of discipline, you doing everything, you all over the place. If you practice doing that, that's what you're going to do. So you can, even if you're in training, but you're not training, you can be in training and still do stupid shit. You see? And this is why from the gate, like I'm on you immediately. As soon as you come in, as soon as you sign up for the training, I'm on you that moment. I'm like, listen, this is what you do right here. This is what you do on repeat. Stay close to the fire. Stay in the group chat. Like I'm telling you what to do. If you don't know anything, ask questions in the group chat. Ask me, message me. Oh, you don't know how to record? Ask in the group. And all of the resources that you need are immediately made available to you when you are a part of TA, as soon as you come here. So all of the things that you should be doing, the blueprint for it is laid out. So don't do nothing else. Don't take it upon yourself and your mind, start saying, oh, well, I know how to trade already. Because I've run into that, of course, people that might already have some type of experience either on NADEX or in Forex or whatever. The funny ones be folks that already are on NADEX. They'll tell me, well, Mark, I'm already familiar with NADEX, so, I just want to learn how to be consistent. Okay. I'm going to teach you how to be consistent. The way that you are going to learn how to be consistent is the same way that someone with no experience is going to learn. So guess what? I'm going to treat you the same way that I'm going to treat the person that knows nothing. Now, mind you, you know everything about the platform, right? You told me that. Yeah, but Mark, I know about NADEX. I don't need no help with that. I'm good with that. Oh, are you? Okay. We'll see. We'll see how good you are with it. Because guess what? If you don't have patience, you ain't good with it. Whoa, 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 whoa. If you don't got no discipline, you ain't good on it. That's a fact. You didn't think about that part, huh? If your mindset ain't where it needs to be, guess what? You ain't good on it. I don't care how much you know about it. You're not good on it. And those are the reasons why, because you lack those things. That's crazy. Let me see. Oh, Walker, this was just now, 12:45. Let me see. And what's the second one? Oh, 12:50. Oh, just now? All right, let me pull that up. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull that up real quick. Um, Oh, I gotta switch the I gotta switch the whatchamacallit. And Walker, I don't think that's opening. That second one you sent me? Wait. No. Maybe I copied the link wrong. Let me try it again. Hold up. This one again. See if it comes up. Okay, it did come up. All right, let me see if I can switch. I'm gonna switch screen so we can see it. How do I do this? Full screen layout. What's this for? Share. Stop screen. Okay, so then I gotta okay, I gotta go back now. So now I go back and then go to the tab and then come here. Okay. All right, cool. So let me see if this comes up. Yep, it did. All right, so let's take a look at this. Walker just sent me this. He said this is MRMH just now, 1250. Yep, right there. Plus one at 40 something seconds. And I can already tell that this is gonna hold. It's so funny that I'm talking. I didn't even see this. I wasn't looking. Mind you, I was right here with y'all, and I did not see this at all. It's because I started talking, started running my trap. But let me talk about this for a moment, right? Now, you see how I'm on here and I'm talking? You see how while I'm talking, someone records. Mind you, the same thing that I had up on the screen. Now, I happen to not be looking. But while I'm talking, someone's recording and there's the recording. So do y'all understand what I'm saying about why I tell you to do certain things right away? Do you understand? Like, just look at that. Look at what just happened just now. Is the point that I'm making. And let me pull my what's the name back up. NADEX. I'm on the platform and I wasn't watching. Someone else in the group records. Now, what we just looked at was happening as I was talking. About 5 minutes ago at 12:50, that happened. That was 5 minutes ago. Now, just think about that dynamic for a moment. You have a bunch of people in the group recording throughout the day at different times. We up right now. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. There's people that, they up in the morning, early in the morning, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever time they up. When you have more and more people in the group that are recording like this, it creates documentation and snapshots of what the market was doing at the time. So when people say stuff like, "Oh, well, Mark, when's the best time?" This just happened just now at 12. It's 12:50 a.m., almost 1 o'clock in the morning. Just now it just happened. There are times when it'll happen in the morning, like during the U.S. session, during the New York session, 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. There are times when it's happening in the afternoon, 12, 1. Times when it's happening in the late afternoon, 3, 4, 5 o'clock. Well, not 5 o'clock, but 3, 4 o'clock. Right? The fact that you're learning the skill itself means it doesn't matter when it happens. Hold on. It doesn't matter when it happens. The key is understanding what the market is doing. So if you were in a trade at the time, you understand why you won the trade. Because you recognize the behavior that wins trades. Man, oh man. It couldn't have got no, it couldn't have been no better than that though. I love that. I like when I'm on doing an observation or doing whatever I'm doing. Sometimes I might be in the middle of doing the podcast and someone will send me a recording. This is what I mean. Documentation. So the documentation keeps us accountable. Keeps you accountable. Because now you start to realize, oh, wow, that just happened just now. And I'm here looking at the platform too. So now you see, oh, well, you were looking too. Did you see what Walker saw when he was recording? Were you able to identify what Walker just mentioned? He just said that was MRMH at 1250 and had the recording. Did you see it? If you did see it, did you recognize it? See, what happens is over time, you start seeing and you start recognizing for yourself. And this all happens as a result of training and elevation. You train, you elevate, your understanding increases, right? Your experience becomes more and more. And what you're doing is the skill is actually building and growing as a result of the process that we use. The training process, and then ultimately the process that we use when we trade. So it's like, well, does this work? Yes, it works. But you better start out with the right mentality out the gate. Because otherwise you're going to be door number 2. I talked about this the other day on the podcast. Door number 2, you're going right back out. You'll come in here, right? If you don't plug in, door number 2 is waiting for you to open up and go right back outside. And it's cold outside. You see, you're going back outside with no coat. Freezing. Yep, market is cold-blooded. Kelly says, indeed, understanding is key, or everything looks like a trade, but the market will teach you all that glitter ain't gold. Oh, that's good. That's Don DeMarco. That's hard. Everything that glitter ain't gold. Come on now. That's a fact. Okay, Gary, I see you saw it too, but you didn't get the fill. Jamal says the sad part is people join thinking that 301 is the skill for success in the market. Let me put this up. I talked about this in the benediction. There's no need to say more. Right. The skill is what you do with the information. The information gives you the skill set if you actually absorb and apply the information. Action is required on your part. So it's one thing to listen, it's another thing to hear. When you start hearing it, it means you start absorbing what you're listening to. That's the difference. Like I hear that. Hearing is feeling. When you start hearing it, you start feeling it. And you're going to do what you feel. See? This is good. Bilal, what's going on? Oh, look at Kelly. Look at that. She said, I'm okay with being a 2-year overnight success or longer. Come on now. In other words, the time don't matter. See, that's another thing too, and I'm glad that Kelly brought that up because that's one of the main things that people like to have a hang up over. People always have a hang up over time. Well, Mark, how long is this supposed to take me? What? I don't know you. I don't know how long nothing's gonna take you. You might be full of shit. Hold on. And I'm saying it's funny, but literally, you full of your bullshit. Like, I don't know how much of your bullshit you have to get through, how many layers of it you have before you start to actually penetrate and get to your core so that you can now grow into who you are meant to be in order to be successful with this. So that's not even a fair question. How long? And that's so funny because that's the first question people ask. So the real question is, well, how long are you going to hold on to your bullshit? Whoa, 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 whoa. You want to know how long it takes? Ask yourself, how long are you going to hold on to your bullshit? The answer to that is your answer right there. That's the answer. Woo. All right. That's the drop. That's the mic drop right there. Damn. Look, Walker said, you constipated with your own lack of concentration. Excuse me. Peter said, TA tears you down and it's up to you to rebuild yourself. Let's go, man. Let's go. These are all facts, man. Mind you, all the tools, the same tools that tear you down are the same ones that build you up. The same tools that destroy you rebuild you. All facts. Yes, indeed. So, one thing I had wanted to say also. Now, when you begin to understand what to recognize, or I should say, what to look out for in the market, which is stability. That's all it is. Stable market movement is the key to winning trades. When the market is stable, that's the reason that you'll win a trade. Look how simple I just laid that out. When the market is stable, that's why you'll win. Well, why'd you win the trade? Because the market was stable. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense, right? So now what happens is you're learning how to understand what stability looks like. A trade may or may not come. You understand? So just because you see that the market is stable, it doesn't mean a trade is going to come. This is the next level of elevation. As you get more comfortable with that, you begin to realize that you're not looking for a trade. You're never looking for a trade. The trade will find you. Your job is to recognize that the time is right, so that when the trade finds you, you're there to receive it. Trade will just show up. Here I am. You need to be able to receive it, but you can't receive it if you don't know what stability looks like. You see? So stability is the key. When you learn what that looks like, now when the trade comes, you recognize that the time is right for the trade. Instead of looking for trades. You see the difference? So this is what I mean. You'll hear me say many times, we're never in trade mode. It's because we're not looking for trades. Trades find us. And there's only specific trades that we want to find us. We only want the trades that are going to come during stability. That's it. I don't care about a trade that shows up when the market ain't stable. Whoa. Oh, but market won. I don't care. That's not my trade. If the market ain't stable, I don't care. That's the mentality that you're learning how to develop. And it's elevation. This is a high level of thinking and doing. Crazy. Jamal said, getting rid of your BS is the skill. Oh, man. Very true, man. See, when you seek that first, everything else is given to you. See that? You seek that first, everything else will open up. And that is a fact. Factamundo. Oh, okay. Okay, Kelly. Yeah, I think matter of fact, I think I realized that the other day too for the first time. I forgot where we were. We might have been in the group chat. And I think I have realized that. Yeah, but I can imagine. Yeah, Kelly is he. Kelly is he. And he's talking to me now. He mentioned having a unisex name. He gets that all the time. Yeah. Yeah, but I did realize that. Yep, I did realize that. Yep, it's all good. It's funny too. You know what's interesting with names? It's like women can get away with anything. But men, we will get the short end of the stick because we're men with the name. Like a woman named Bobby is cool. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of women named Bobby. It's like it's cool. But then if a guy has I guess if you want to call it a female name, but what's interesting is that names are not really male or female. I don't think. I think that they're just given to whoever, and then because so many of the same sex got that name, it's like, all right, well, that's a man's name. I think that's kind of what has happened over time. But like another one is Tracy. Like I know guys named Tracy. You know what I'm saying? But Tracy, I'm not gonna say that that's a woman's name, but you traditionally will see more women than men probably with that name. That's just one that I can think of off the top of my head, but that's interesting. Yep. But yeah, women they get away with whatever. Bobby, yep. Yeah. Carmen says she know two guys named Leslie and Marion. Yeah, Leslie is another one. Yep. Yep. Leslie definitely another one. Walker said, any man named Stacy gotta know how to fight. Yo, that is a fact. That is a fact, right? If your name is Stacy, put your dukes up. Oh snap! That's funny. That is funny. Oh man. Yeah, the good old double standard. Exactly. Yep. Oh man. Yeah, but I definitely had wanted to mention that part of it. You know, like as you learn to recognize stability, to not have anxiety over trades that may not come during the time. The most important thing that you're developing is your ability to see when the market is stable. So knowing that the market is stable, that's the key, because it's only a matter of time before a trade does come when the market is stable. And the question is, are you going to be able to recognize the stability first before you recognize the trade? Woo. Whoa. Will you be able to recognize the stability before you recognize the trade? Man, that's hard. That's hard. Oh, really? Wow, that's crazy. Peter said John Wayne's real first name was Sue. Man, wow. I know he's like, listen, don't call me that. He told everybody, he was like, don't call me Sue. Oh, snap. Right. Look. And Dell said that explains the guns. Facts. That's funny. That is funny. Oh man, y'all are nuts. Oh goodness. All right, y'all. So I just wanted to pop on. I wasn't planning on being on here even this long, but we did like an hour and change. So this was good. We got an opportunity to see an MRMH during the observation. Walker got the recording for it. So I'll post that actually in the group too, just so that everybody knows that there was MRMH at that time. So very good. Excellent. Yeah, this was a good observation. Tomorrow I'm gonna shoot for a podcast. I had wanted to do one yesterday actually, but I couldn't do anything because my internet wasn't up. But tomorrow I'm gonna shoot for a podcast, so uh we'll look forward to that. And that's pretty much it. All right. So tonight's training will be this. This was good tonight. This has some good nuggets in it. So this will be the recommended training for tonight. And we'll look forward for the podcast mañana. All right. All right, y'all. Yeah, I'm about to go to bed, man. Getting tired. So I will see you guys on the podcast. I'll talk to y'all in the group chat, all of that good stuff. Y'all make sure that y'all give the video a like. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure that you do that. All of that good stuff. All right. All right, y'all. I'm out. Mark Fuller, TeamAlliance, live market observation. Deuces. Dom DeMarco. Dom DeMarco.